All right. Well, welcome everyone to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections professional networking Zoom meeting. My name is Dawn Evans KC, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections is part of the TTR networking family. TTR stands for To the Rescue and has been around for more than 13 years now. Collaborating Connections has been one of the groups under the TTR family umbrella for the past 7 years. And we meet up to build wonderful business relationships, to educate each other on what we do and what's going on within our industries, as well as to share wonderful warm referrals and connect each of us to our next potential client, customer, or partnership organization that we may know and think to be a wonderful fit for each other. We kick off our weekly meetings with some words of gratitude and or wins that have occurred in our lives individually, personally or professionally. So I will open the floor. It's been a wonderful past week weather-wise, so I certainly hope that that has perhaps aided or contributed to some positivity, something to be grateful for, as well as some wins within our business. So, who would like to share? Come on, don't be shy.
I was
I'll
gonna,
say, I got
sorry.
a quick one here. I got my Medicare supplement. I got one in, so one down.
Woohoo! All right, you go, Nancy.
There you go.
I was gonna say my time in Canada was fully productive. It was 2 very long days of meetings, but learned a ton. So
Good.
that's always a good thing. And I got to hang out with a couple of friends I haven't seen in about 8 or 9 years. So that was awesome to catch up with. And yeah, had a day to myself on Saturday because there's only one direct flight from Toronto to Indianapolis, and I refuse to do connecting flights and get stranded somewhere. So I spent the day downtown Toronto. They had like 2 festivals, so walked around and just chilled for the day till I had to catch my flight. So yeah,
Very cool.
it was a
Nice.
very, very productive 4 days. So
Wonderful. Of course, all the pictures I saw, you were having fun. You weren't stuck in
I
any
put
classroom
2
learning.
pictures up. There was only 2 pictures. One was food, and the other one was when I hung out with my friends. Oh yeah, I did. I got to try Afghani food for the first time in my life. That was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah.
Very
No,
cool.
that first picture you saw was when I hung out with my friends. Yeah, that was
Oh.
nice.
The Afghani food, what was that? What was the base? What's unique about it?
It is, I would say, similar to Middle Eastern type of food, but more of a Pakistani, Bangladeshi flavor profile. So yeah, it was kind of odd combination, but very spicy. I did not expect it to be that spicy, but it was super good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Pavithri. Yes, Deanna.
So I spent a great deal of time today cleaning all kinds of things out of my house that are no longer needed to make space for abundance and for flow of good things in my life. So that's very, very exciting. I'm super grateful for my daughter for coming to help me. And we have all kinds of things going to Goodwill.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Making space for more wonderful stuff. And as you mentioned, making space for abundance is great. Thank you for sharing, Deanna. Anybody else?
People, I swear. I mean, seriously, come on. Everybody's had a win this week somewhere. So I got the next 3 days off, which is wonderful. Tomorrow I'm going down and going into Chase Leo School, and I'm photographing groups in the school and all sorts of classrooms and stuff like that. So helping out his yearbook. Thursday, I'm don't know yet. And then Friday, I have my headshot sessions at on a school, and looking forward to that. So getting stuff ready. Thursday will probably be a get ready day, in all honesty. But nope, getting it ready, get set up and get it going. So it's going to be a great week of wins, and I'll report back in next Tuesday.
Super fantastic. Time off to get some other stuff done. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Oh yeah, and it's so much better than work. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
Understood. Anybody else?
I'm on steroids now. I'm on steroids, so hopefully I'll be sounding a little better here soon.
Okay. Okay. I was wondering,
Yeah.
was that a win or was that words of
Well,
gratitude?
It's a win because I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I mean, when you can't sing and that's how you make a lot of money. I make a lot of my money that way. I don't make a lot of money, but I make a lot of money. But you know what I'm saying? So it's very kind of creepy when you can't figure out what's going on. And I'll tell you in a couple hours, I'll be warmed up because I'm going to a rehearsal right now. Now I'm in charge of the rehearsal. So I'm also in charge of saying I'm not singing much today, guys. We have a performance tomorrow afternoon. So we're rehearsing tonight. So I'm in charge. I get to tell them I'm not going to work real hard tonight, but it's a win. It's a win because I need to do something, and I've been putting it off. I just kept thinking, well, I guess I'm not as young as I used to be. That's all there is. But it's a win. It's good.
All right. All right. Well, we're celebrating with you because I know that you said you were struggling with some raspiness in your voice in the past couple of weeks, and for someone who uses their voice for making money, for sharing with others, I know that is important to you. So we celebrate you right along with you with your win, Jennifer. I'm glad that they're working on that for you.
Maybe she just needs to keep her mouth closed at home, though. Maybe.
I figured he'd say something like that.
What? Wow.
They have a totally different version of you. He totally wipes them out with that. See, he's not the sweetheart everybody thinks he is. He's actually he's a mean man.
No. I'm not believing that for a second.
He's not a mean man. He's been supporting me for years and doing this. So I figured it was in order with everything, but yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. My words of gratitude. I want to thank Deanna. Last Friday, she shared with me as we're coming towards the end of the season, and we have had a frost, even though we've had a wonderful weekend and early this week weather. So I got from Deanna a stevia plant and a mint little trundle vine to bring in for the winter to grow inside. And I'm looking forward to that just blossoming and sharing so much of that wonderful stevia sweetness and the mint, the very soft mint next spring. So thanks again for that. That is my gratitude. I am grateful to you, Deanna, for that. Let's see, my win.
You're welcome.
Thanks. My win, I say every week, I love that we're able to get together and talk and share. I look forward to this 60 to 90 minutes with each of you every week. So It's my win that we are gathering once again to talk. And Jennifer reminded me earlier today, let's see, the first Tuesday in November, of course, is voting day. And we decided that we are going to suspend the Collaborating Connections meeting for that day, for anybody to have time to get out there. You know, we believe that exercising your right to vote is very important, and we want you to have the opportunity to do that as well. If anybody is following the voting throughout the day, how things are going, we want you to have the opportunity to do that rather than breaking out for our time. So we will not be meeting that first Tuesday in November. Wanted to share that as well. So does anybody else have any other wins or words of gratitude that they'd like to share? Jennifer's moving her mouth, but she's muted.
She's moving her mouth, but nothing's coming out.
And that's what the story of my life has been lately, Carol. Moving my mouth and very little coming out. Oh, Philip's disagreeing with that right now. But anyway, no, I just want to say, in case, because we do have to jump off at 6:30 for the silly rehearsal. I don't know who's in charge of this. I'm joking. But anyway, the email that I sent out, I apologize. I will do that. I won't do it on Tuesdays. I'll do it in advance. I told Dawn, I said, I don't know why I haven't done that. I think it's because your leader is so good at all that she does that I just kind of let her do it. But that'll always the next few events and that kind of stuff. So we're out in the middle of nowhere if you can't hear me, but just look at your email for those events. And we've got one tomorrow. And if you're available to join us, great. If you can't, you know, maybe you've seen it and just doesn't work in your schedule, but lots of good stuff coming up, guys. So Pavithri's event and our next, what is it? Fun Friday, guys. Sorry. So I'm going to mute myself again.
Well, it's your time to talk about what's upcoming in TTR networking. So you gave yourself your own segue.
Yeah, and I guess I would just say, because my voice sucks, I don't want to hear my voice too much either. Please check your email out, but there's tricks. This is the 3rd annual Tricks for Making Networking a Treat tomorrow. Pavithri is very, very in touch with that. She can give you more details. That's at Office Evolution in Carmel tomorrow afternoon. That is just, you know, networking and hopefully meeting some new people. And then literally not that far down the road, we have Miss Pavithri who's going to do her TTR Presents. Let her give you a little more of the nugget of that, just because my voice sucks. The other one, that's on November 14th. That is a Thursday, and that is a Zoom, okay? So there's no cost to these, but these are really valuable things to partake in, guys. So make sure, and even if you, for some reason, that's, you know, not sure you can do it, register if you've got any, because I will send you out, even if you've registered, I usually send out everybody the link to the recording, and then we post it. But the other thing is Pavithri wants some HR questions, and she can tell you more about that. I mean, it's pretty amazing, all the different areas she touches on, but 2025 is going to be here and very soon. And we want to make sure that you're taking care of the things that you need to take care of. So before the end of the year, and I know she'll probably fill you in on a few of those things that she's been sharing in our groups. The other one is November 22nd, which is our last Fun Friday. Last Fun Friday of the year. Next year, it's something with a little bit of a twist. we are going to continue the basic idea, but look for that. I'm not going to give you much more than that, but look for that. But this is about gratitude on the 22nd. So I want people, if you, and Dawn can tell you a little bit more, because we were talking about it the other day. Hopefully, Dawn, you can kind of fill them in on some of the ideas. We just like everybody that wants to give something to give something. It might be your business card with a piece of chocolate on it, or it might be, I don't care. I just want us to be into the spirit of giving. And it's going to be at Anchor Health Chiropractic. They are one of our members, and they have donated their beautiful space that they've just doubled for this event. It's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on that Friday. And then Secret Families of Hamilton County, which if you've been around TTR for any length of time, more than likely heard of. And TTR is a wonderful, and I did attach their flyer. I could tell you the whole thing, but read it. I know I just got an email from them telling us what kind of things, if you could bring toiletries or stuff like that. And when you read it, you'll understand. Anyway, we'll be giving you more information on that. And we have some December party kind of things coming up, guys. We know everybody has fun in November, or I'm sorry, in December. So we try to have our serious stuff over, and then December, everybody will have events, which we already have some events on the calendar, but trying to kind of solidify a few of the details. So I'll let you know as we get closer. And I know everybody's got a full holiday season, but there's going to be a cookie exchange. Actually, it's a goodie exchange, and love to have as many of us be part of that as possible. And what else do we have? We do have a couple new things. We have a new networking group that's going to start, and we haven't confirmed a name or the days, but if you know somebody that would be looking, it will be an afternoon thing, and it will be a little different schedule than most of our groups. And what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Just so everybody knows, and I think this group can look at the calendar and you can tell, but because the holidays fall where they fall, the week of Thanksgiving, usually groups don't meet, but if you want to, Dawn, you guys figure that out. But the week of Christmas and New Year's, those are usually off because people are just, chilling or partying, whatever. But I'll let you guys figure that out. So I don't know, anything that I missed, Dawn, you can think of?
Nothing that I can think of. That you've shared quite a bit. And well, of course, that information is available on our website, which anybody can access our website at what's the
To the rescue. Write it out though. It's not any numbers or anything. It's to the rescue in.com. And you'll want to go to the homepage, which is where you will be down on the bottom. We have our featured events. If you've never been to the website, please go to the website. There's a lot of good stuff, and we're getting more stuff, and we want to put more on there. So I would just say these next couple months, if you didn't realize it, I have no idea where September was, and we're already this far into October. So, just, thank you for all you've done this year. I mean, we're looking at 2025 and very excited about things. And thank you for being a part of it. Everybody, I get very, very emotional excitement, I guess. It's just really cool. We've been around for a while, and thank you all for being part of it. We know life changes, and, just thank you for your dedication. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks for all of those updates. Much appreciated. I'm looking at Nancy Vesely, and that looks like a holiday sweater she's wearing. Is that, I can't see. No? Okay, it's
No.
got red and green and Christmassy colors. I was like, okay.
Oh, I
looks
definitely
like
won't be wearing Christmas this early.
They've got it out. They've got the clothing, the decorations, everything. It's all out.
Yep, trees are out. Yep,
I
it is.
think
Lights,
it
ornaments.
does look
you name it.
Christmassy. Yeah, it does look very Christmassy. It looks pretty, Nancy.
Thank you.
Definitely. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with our roundtable of introductions. And I would like to first start with CB Bjork. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Of course, businesses. Let's do the plural
Biz,
here.
yep.
I'm CB Bjork. I am also Ascension Imaging Studio. I do a lot of headshots, marketing, promotional work for small businesses, medium-sized, anybody, any business. If, as they're mentioning earlier, 2025 is right around the corner. We're going to hit Thanksgiving next Thursday, and bing, before you know it, you're going to be saying Happy New Year. If you haven't started any ideas, thoughts, or planning for 2025, now's the time. Now's the time to get your images set up, your marketing, your headshots, all that from there. So do that. I also have CB Bjork Photography, and in that I work more in the portrait and seniors markets with that. So if you're looking at having family photos done for this holiday season, once again, now is the time, because especially if you want prints for Christmas cards or anything like that, this is the time to get that going, because you're going to need time to get them edited, proofed, and get them to the printer so you can get them back and get them mailed out in a reasonable time to get to people. Because again, once we say Happy Halloween, we're going to be saying Happy Thanksgiving, and before you know it, then the mail service is going to be so overloaded it won't get the cards out to people. So there's two. Oh, this past weekend was a wonderful weekend at the Good Journeys Expo here in Noblesville. Catherine, the crazy red-haired lady, and I were very happy to meet with so many people and help them through our spiritual gifts that we use. And to that end, she is the crazy red-haired lady, crazyredhairedlady.com. I, of course, am cbbjork.com. I'm happy to work, help you, and do that work that I can for you. Last but not least, hopefully that's seen, but my soul lives here. That's a great representation of where my soul lives, which is a nice little cabin sitting up in Minnesota on a beautiful little lake about 3 miles from Canada. And where does your soul live? What is that place that brings
Right
peace and
there.
happiness to your heart? Well, we can create the t-shirts that go along with what makes your soul happy. So that's mysoullives.here.com. And part of my working this week is going to be to get all that finished and up and everything going from there. So I think that's my 3 minutes of everything. So if everybody have any questions, let me know. I can also, if need be, make shirts for people as well. If you have any individual ideas for things that need to be done for you, that can be done as well. So please let me know. So thank you so much.
Cool. Thank you, CB Bjork. Anybody have any questions or comments for any of CB's businesses?
I was going to say Philip was totally confused when you said Thanksgiving was next week.
Meant Halloween. But then
I know.
Thanksgiving's going to be boom right after it.
It was hilarious because he's like, wait a minute, what happened? He's driving and I'm like, just stay on the road. Don't get crazy. It's not Thanksgiving.
Stay on the road, Philip. Stay on the road.
Yeah.
Keep it between the lines.
It was just, no, I mean, there was something you just said that I can't remember. You've got a lot of things going on You got a lot of things going on, CB, but I admire and respect your dedication to doing it. I know you're working a full-time job. You got kids, and I know Catherine's got her stuff all going. So I will leave it at that, but just take it from me. And I think all of us that have seen CB's work, we would agree. You're doing a good thing if you work with CB. I was thinking, well, you got a lot of different irons in the fire, but tomorrow sounds like a fun day.
Hey,
For you.
CB, where you have your designs up, your soul.
Where do I have them? That will be on my website, which is mysoulliveshere.com.
Thank you.
Yep.
I missed that. You actually have a place for those oh wow.
I
Put the
part of my
websites in
goal
the chat.
in my vacation, yeah. Part of my goal
Okay.
on this vacation week is to get everything finished up so it's all good to go. So I'm about 90% there, but there's like 2 more clicks I have to make, and and unfortunately I have to rework some things in order to make those 2 clicks. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer. So I'm happy to be out of the drudgery of somebody else's job and be doing what my heart wants. So making me happy.
At some point, CB, Catherine was telling us about the Aura camera yesterday. I think that was something you did this past weekend, right?
Yep.
That was well received. Yeah.
Kind of along the lines of a little bit of what Deanna does in terms of working with energy. The Aura camera takes a picture of your energy field. So in that, it basically you can see all the colors and everything. It tells us kind of where you're at. We do read the aura, so it's kind of an interesting thing as to yep, there's Deanna with her ReZenergize. But yeah, when you understand the universe in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and how everything really works around those 3 principles, and that's according to Nikola Tesla, that's not according to me. It's really fascinating with some of the stuff that you can do. But yeah, that was great fun this weekend. Met a lot of great people, so I'm very happy for that.
Well, I love you all, but I have to leave, guys. So have a good meeting, and yeah, thank you for letting me ruin your ears for a little while. Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Take care. Feel better.
Thank you. I will. Thank you.
CB, did you know that Nikola Tesla is the one that discovered the scalar energy waves?
Wouldn't surprise me. He's discovered everything else. The stories I could tell about Nikola Tesla, but yeah.
Yeah.
CB, you were mentioning that you're available for holiday portraits. I know my mom and my aunt are coming for Christmas here to Indianapolis, but they're only going to be here probably from the day before to the day after. So are you spending that time with your family, or what is your holiday schedule for open for business for you?
That I don't know yet. I am scheduled for surgery on my left wrist December 17th. So let me get to December 18th. I can tell you more. But no, that Tuesday I'll probably miss TTR on that, and my arm will be in an amazing cast and all that, and I'll be spending a lot of time taking painkillers and hoping my fingers wiggle.
Oh my, yeah.
So
And okay, we'll be sending you well wishes.
thank you.
Thanks, CB. Okay, next up, Nancy Vesely. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
I'm Nancy Vesely with iAmerica Insurance. I help people with their health insurance needs, their life insurance, supplemental products to help cover some of their out-of-pocket costs they may have with healthcare during the year. And right now I'm helping seniors, talking to them about their plans, making sure they're on the best prescription drug plan that they can be on, because that's where most of the changes are this year. But everybody on Medicare should review their prescription drug plan with an agent just to make sure they are in the right place because of the changes.
Gotcha. All right. Do we have any questions or comments for Nancy Vesely?
I do. Hey, Nancy,
Uh-huh.
do you recommend that even if it is the secondary insurance for prescription?
I'm assuming the first insurance is
Military.
military.
Yeah.
That covers most, I would think most of his prescriptions are that way,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, so that,
Well, I'm actually talking about his mom because she's got Champ VA and then the rest is on Medicaid. Insurance.
Medicaid will cover, I mean, Medicaid's a good coverage. It's
Does-
Medicare.
Sorry, Medicare is what I meant. Does
Oh,
she need to
Medicare.
have that reviewed if she has Champ VA too?
It wouldn't hurt
Okay.
because you never know, because the one thing I found out this week is the insurance companies change their formularies on what they cover and what they don't cover.
Mm.
And if it is not on the formulary, it's not into the $2,000 maximum out of pocket.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So to be on the safe side, I would have her
Yeah.
review because you never know.
You do that?
Yeah, I can do
Okay.
it.
Because I know there's a lot of changes and I don't know crap about it. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Hey, Nancy, to
Yeah.
verify everything, should we send you our drug list?
Yes,
Okay,
that would work. I could start
okay.
there. Mm-hmm.
Nancy, you mentioned formularies, and I want to tell you this story. So my mom in Michigan, and she's a retired nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So she had been asking for the formulary list from her insurance company, and they always used to send it to her in a hard copy booklet format.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this year, as she's asking and specifically asking for them to mail her that booklet, they keep sending her a computer disk. My mom is not computer literate to begin with, and then a disk. Who uses the disks much anymore? So it was hilarious. She asked like 3 or 4 times, and she's like, I keep getting these doggone discs in the mail, and I'm asking them to send me a hard copy printout of this information. And literally they're, oh, yes, we'll get that to you. And they send her another one. So I had to literally dig into, I don't know, an old laptop of mine that had a disk drive, to take that to Michigan and look at this disk with her, because they just don't do it the way that they used to do anymore. So,
Right.
Is there a better way to talk to insurance companies about their formulary lists?
I would think they would mostly, if they were, especially if you're on their plan, you could go online and look at the plan. Mind you, it's back to, you'd have to help your mother, but because you can get, mind you, formularies only came out like the 1st of October. They weren't released way ahead of time. I'm surprised your disc wasn't for the 2024 plan, to be honest. You might want to confirm.
It probably isn't. It's probably older than that. Yeah.
It was probably for this year, not for next year's plan. They
Yeah.
probably still waiting for the other disc.
Probably. Who knows? That'll come out on a stone tablet. I don't know. Okay. Well, thank you. You just
No
mentioned that, and it brought that memory to
Just
mind.
curious, what size disc was it? So the 3 1/4 of 5.
You know what?
CD size, no?
Yeah, CD
Oh,
size.
CD. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just trying to figure out how far back they went.
Ask them next time to send them an 8-track tape. You'd have as much luck with it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, well,
Now you know there's where you're lucky that everybody here knows what an 8-track tape is.
Right.
Yeah, true. I definitely know.
Different
I think
crowd and
everybody
they
does.
wouldn't, a different
8-track
crowd and they
tape.
wouldn't know.
Yeah,
No,
for sure. Okay, thanks so much, Nancy. Next, I'd like to invite Carol Blackmon. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
yes, I am. I am Carol Blackmon, and I am a real estate broker in Indiana and a real estate sales associate in Florida. I hold dual license, and I love what I do. I absolutely have a passion for what I do. I do it to help people. I did not get into this second career for the money. I got into it to help people. Of course, I don't work for free. Nobody does, but I love helping people. I'm getting ready to finally close on a lot in Florida. It was only a $20,000 sale. We've been working on it for 4 months because the sellers, one person on the deed was deceased. It was not left full survivor's rights. It had to go through probate. And if anybody's dealt with probate, CB, I see you shaking your head. It takes document after document. I had to track down the kids of the one on the title. Then I had to track down their dad. When he died, I had to get his certificate of death. Anyway, this has been going on for 4 months, but I've stuck with it to help this woman. This woman is in a bad situation where she needs to sell this lot. Her son was in a bad car accident over 1.5 years ago, and it's taken everything she has to pay the bills, his medical and everything and so forth. So she's got to sell this piece of property. And we've been trying for 4 months to get this done. We're very, very close. It's supposed to close before the 31st of this month. So she'll have the money. But if anybody has anything at all that will not transfer upon death to someone in your family, make sure you have a trust, a will, or something to where it's full survivor's rights. Check with an elder attorney. They know all about this stuff. Get this stuff set up before something happens to you, because it is pure heck getting it done after the fact. And it's just very difficult and lengthy. So anyway, back to that. I'm a real estate agent, and I love helping people. That's why I mentioned that, because any other agent probably would have dropped it after 30 days and realized, you can't sell it, and go find somebody else to mess with it. More than likely, I've stuck with it. It's a $20,000 sale. There's nothing there to make as far as money wise, but helping this woman, knowing that she's going to see some income from this property sale because of I did all the digging. I found that the husband was dead. I found the kids. One's in North Carolina, one's in Florida. I tracked down their phone numbers, their addresses, and all this stuff. Nobody else would have done this. But I did it to help her get this done. So I'm looking for more clients. I need some more business. It's slowed down a little bit. If anybody is even thinking about selling or buying a home in the next year, please send them to me. I would love the opportunity to talk to them and tell them what I can do for them as a client, because like I said, my tagline, it's not about me, it's about you, which is my motto in through all this. So that's who I am, and that's what I do, and I love it. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Carol. I posted something on our Collaborating Connections page today that with just spreading goodness brings goodness back to you. So thank you for hanging in there with this client, for helping her in her struggle. And I'm sure that there will be rewards for you for your actions. Deanna, did you have a question or comment for Carol?
I did have a quick question, because I was just reading an article today about people falsifying deeds and selling people's homes or property or lots out from underneath of them. And I just wanted to know, Carol, is there any way to protect ourselves from that? If I have a spare lot, I don't want somebody to show up and say, congratulations on your sale, and I have lost my property.
You can actually lock your title like you lock your credit.
Really?
There's a way to do that. I can find out the details and get that to you, but yes, you can do that with the deed to your home.
I would love to know that information.
Right.
Because based on the fact that they almost were able to steal Graceland from the granddaughter.
Yeah,
Okay, that's just horrible.
it's the unfortunate thing is the deed, when you sign it at closing, it's nothing more than a piece of paper. That's it. It's a piece of paper with some writing on it and notarized, but that's all it is. So it's very difficult. It's very easy for somebody to fake who they are and provide a deed, say, hey, I sold my house, or I bought this house, here's the deed, and they'll record it. They have to, by law, record it. But if they suspect something's going wrong, yes, they'll report that as well. But if they're proving everything is true, as far as their knowledge, they're going to record it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'd be happy or interested in getting that information about locking your title as well.
I
Carol.
will get it to everybody.
Thank you
Yep.
so much. Are there any other questions or comments for Carol Blackmon? All righty. Moving along, I want to invite Pavithri KIlgore. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, ma'am. I was gonna starting with the last one. I was just put in the chat. LifeLock does title locks also. If anybody has LifeLock, you can bundle that in.
You can call it's called title lock.
Is it a one-time type of deal, or is this like a subscription?
It's like a subscription. You know how you can use LifeLock to monitor and protect your credit? Same thing.
Okay.
I'll dig into and see if there's other sources that can protect it as well, rather than doing a monthly fee. See if there's anything out there.
Thank you.
Okay. Pavithri KIlgore with KPSK Consulting, providing fractional human resources for small to medium-sized businesses, specifically between 10 to 150 employees. Specializing in labor and employment law, we work on making sure that our clients are compliant not just with the federal, state, and local labor and employment law, but also government agency compliance. Because at the end of the day, the government agency is more likely to show up at your doorstep or send you a charge before you'll ever get a lawsuit, especially in the state of Indiana, where there are several other states too, where you are required to go through all administrative remedies before you can even file litigation. So making sure that you have everything lined up to defend yourself when that government agency shows up or a charge shows up is the only way you can protect your business and your investment, because you can't stop them from coming, unfortunately, because they're free. Anybody off the street can go file a complaint. So, and they have to take it. They don't have to check on merit. They have to take it. They have to send it to the employer. They have to investigate it, and they have to drag you through the process. And the only way you can get it taken care of is to make sure you have your stuff ducks in a row to be able to respond. On that note, if you have employees, know anybody who does, like CB was saying, 2025 is around the corner. Make sure your policies are updated, make sure all the laws are updated, everything that has changed, and you are in a good spot going into the new year. Let's see, what else? Oh, FinCEN. If you have not registered on FinCEN, I'm going to keep this on every call for the rest of the year. Make sure you register your business. Every EIN has to be registered, even if you have multiple businesses, unless it is under one common ownership, where there is one EIN and you're doing DBAs. You have to register every EIN on FinCEN by December 31st. Starting January 1st, if you open a business in 2025, you have 30 days to register it. So, reminder.
All right. And we welcome that reminder. Thank you so much, Pavithri KIlgore.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Deanna.
Is there any difference between an EIN that is a PMA, a private membership association?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but if you go on the website, they actually have a really nice flow chart where you can get the answer on if your specific number is or entity is required to file.
And do you know if ministries are required to file?
Depends on how they're set up. So yeah, that's, again, you can go through the website and it'll tell you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do we have any other questions or comments for Pavithri KIlgore? Pavithri, do you want to share anything more about your TTR Presents that's coming up and what types of feedback you're asking?
Yeah, I will kind of talk about a little bit of the federal stuff that changed this year as far as laws are concerned, because I know there was a lot of confusions around a bunch of different things that happened through the court systems and through agencies this year, and talk about the new stuff that's coming out for next year. Address a couple of things outside of the state as well, some of the major stuff that would cause people to get fines. And then it's going to be pure Q&A. I will have answers to the questions that I have gotten so far, as well as I'll have some FAQs that I usually get when I'm on one-on-ones, and kind of have that going. But yeah, if you don't send a question, that doesn't mean you can't ask one during the presentation.
Okay.
So,
and what's the best way to reach you to share those questions?
my email, pkilgore@kpskconsulting.com. I'm putting my info in the chat.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions or comments for Pavithri? All right, Deanna, where'd you go? Okay, well, while Deanna's away, I'm just gonna quickly, oh, she's back. Okay. Deanna, are you ready to
You're muted,
introduce
Deanna.
yourself and your business?
Yes. Thank you. Sorry, I was just getting some of the things I wanted to share with everybody. So my name is Deanna Morae, and our business is ReZenergize Sanctuary. It is an energetic system that has been shown to actually improve, and they've seen in lab studies DNA repair as a result of being exposed to scalar waves. Scalar waves is actually a physics event that's happening in our sanctuary. And the physics of that scalar wave, as it hits the body and it starts to interact with the, now I've forgotten the name of it, they're crystalline structures inside the cells in the body. And as the scalar wave interacts with those crystalline structures, it's starting to improve and help the body to repair all kinds of things. And it's different for everybody because everybody's body has a different priority. So that's what we do. And while we're doing that, and people come and take a nap in our sanctuary, here's what I'm going to tell you. The best possible nap you can take is one where you're taking a nap in the sanctuary with the scalar waves, and you're really getting just bathed in all of that energy. While we're doing that, we are also standing and doing our best to stand up for and teach people how to think about more carefully what they eat, what they drink, and what they breathe. And to that end, one of the things that we do is Juice Plus. Juice Plus is organic, flash freeze dried food that is food. And that's why, if you look at the back of these bottles, it says nutrition facts, not supplement facts, because this is actually categorized as food, because it's all vegetables and fruits in their organically grown and flash freeze dried and put into a pill form. The nice thing about Juice Plus is that if any one adult signs up for Juice Plus, you can give a entire monthly supplement or monthly portion to any child in your life, niece, nephew, friend's child, cousin, It doesn't matter. If the child's anywhere between 4 and 25, you can get that second order for free for those children because Juice Plus is very, very dedicated to helping make sure that children are getting the nutrition they need because it's so hard with the food that we have right now to be able to get that. The second thing that we do, much like CB has recommended, we have more than one flow for business. The second thing that we have is the ASEA product. It's a redox cell signaling molecule. And what it does is it actually tells your body to replace your cells like you're younger instead of like we are now, whatever young age we are. And the last thing is the air purification systems. We're all getting trapped in, as the weather gets colder, which it isn't this week because it's been so lovely. As the weather gets colder, we're all trapped inside and with each other. And one of the things that we should never forget is about the air quality that we are breathing. These are travel with you, Velara air systems, air filtration systems. They're not filtrations, they're air purification systems. And the thing that I like most about the Velara products is they actually have the right to say that they kill 99.99% of all COVID virus, bacteria, et cetera, because they've been able to prove it. And NASA is actually also an organization that has these air purification systems in all of their buildings because they're so effective. That's impressive to me when NASA is standing in saying, oh yeah, we'll buy some of those because they're so good at how it purifies. The nice thing about it is it doesn't just purify the air so that you don't have baddies. It also makes it not smell. So we can cook in the staff area of ReZenergize and it doesn't smell in the lobby because of the air purification system. So that just gives you a couple of little things. If anybody wants more information about the air purification systems, either the personal one or the one for your home, please just let me know because I would be happy to just give you all the information you need to make those good decisions.
Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. You previously mentioned that you had some specials or some great offerings during the holiday season. Has that been confirmed and communicated as of yet? Or are
we haven't rolled it out yet, but I expect to roll it out this week, where we're going to roll out those specials this week, and everybody who is signed up for our email list will get an email about those specials. And so stay tuned. And if you aren't on the email list, please take a minute and just sign up because we don't send very many emails. So you won't get, a barrage of emails from ReZenergize Sanctuary. We send them very rarely, but we send them when we want to make sure that people know what's coming up. One of these days, we're really hoping to be able to partner with CB and have a before and after aura camera where you come and you get an aura picture taken to see how your energy is before, go in for a sanctuary sit for 2 hours, and then come out and take an after. That's something that's on our goals, is something that we really would like to do and offer to people. So if we can figure out what those logistics are, then hopefully we'll be able to do aura camera and you'll be able to see the difference in your energy before and after a sanctuary sit.
Awesome. Sounds great. We'll look forward to it. Are there any other questions or comments for Deanna Morae with ReZenergize Sanctuary? Okay. Well, as always, I want to acknowledge our Collaborating Connections members who are not able to be on the call with us this evening. First off is Robert Bonjour of Offset Printing. And Robert is another one of our global partners of TTR Networking. Offset Printing is a 4th generation family business here in Central Indiana that does wonderful printing services. Also, we have Nicole Williams, who is our resident social media strategist. She works with small to medium-sized businesses, helping them with their marketing platforms and ideas and creating information to help them brand for brand awareness, etc. So if you happen to have any of those in need of a social media strategist, or just want to chat with her for ideas of getting some of that out of the box marketing in set for the rest of the year or into 2025, please contact Nicole Williams. Next, we have Robert Haley, and he is a mortgage loan specialist with Old National Bank with over 25 years of experience. Robert is very knowledgeable of the ins and outs of personal finance, family finance. He certainly is dedicated to helping people get into their first time home mortgage or qualifying to be able to get that new mortgage. So if you have any questions, or if you happen to have an interest in buying and financing a home, please contact Robert Haley with Old National Bank. And you may have seen earlier in the car with Jennifer Johnson, our illustrious leader. Her husband, Philip Johnson, is with A&A Solar Wash, and he and his son have a business where they are actually helping homeowners who have solar panels and companies that have solar panels maintain the efficiency of those panels by making sure that they are properly cleaned on a routine basis, so that the full energy optimization can be experienced. So if you're a homeowner or a business owner with solar panels and have questions about cleaning and maintaining them to maintain the integrity and efficiency, please contact Philip Johnson. Let's see. CB mentioned about his wife, Catherine Barajas Bjork, the crazy red-haired lady. So I won't repeat, but I believe you mentioned she's a holistic practitioner and medium, pet whisperer, and manicurist. So wonderful. And I need to catch up with Catherine shortly as well. So those are our members who aren't here on the call tonight, but we certainly wanted to make sure that everybody was aware. And if you have interest in anybody presenting tonight, or any of those that I have mentioned, along with the recording of this Zoom meeting, I usually do also post the contact information, either in a response to the post, or on our YouTube page, so that if there's somebody that you see or hear from that you're interested in getting in contact with or doing business with, that we help make that happen. That's what we're about here with Collaborating Connections. I myself am Dawn Evans Casey, I mentioned earlier. I'm the leader of Collaborating Connections for the past several years. I also have several businesses, one being Spa Travel, all about relaxed adventure, helping individuals or groups have wonderful travel experiences. So if you know of anybody who is planning travel, needs any guidance or information, please contact me at spatravel@gmail.com. Additionally, my husband and I work together doing a nonprofit called Claiming Your Roots. We work with multi-generational families, helping them from the kids to the seniors, helping them learn the basics of family history and genealogical research. Depending on their skill sets, everybody is assigned tasks to dig in and start finding the pieces of their family past and pull it all together into a wonderful keepsake that they can continue to build upon for years to come. It's really important that we know and understand where we came from, be able to celebrate those who have come before us and draw on their strength and character to help us with our own confidence and be able to deal with the stresses of the world. So Claiming Your Roots is on Facebook, and we offer general wonderful ideas and tidbits on how you too can start or continue to do your own family research. Next, I want to talk about Cheerful Chocolate Spirit, which is my blog. It is all about the love of chocolate. I've been a chocolate lover all my life, and when that was threatened with a diagnosis of diabetes and I had to cut back on my sugar intake, I thought I was going to have to give up chocolate, but I've since found healthy ways to enjoy my chocolate and still maintain my health, as well as I love to share the poems, the pictures, the recipes, the stories of others who also enjoy chocolate. So if you need a little break in your day and want to dip into some chocolate, wonderful happiness, please visit Cheerful Chocolate Spirit on Facebook. And last but not least, I am also a gratitude consultant with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards is a wonderful resource that helps me kind of pull all of my businesses together, helps me stay in touch with all of my clients, friends, and families, sharing gratitude, letting people know that they are front of mind to me, that I appreciate them, and just love to help brighten their day. So if you'd love to hear a little bit more about Send Out Cards, how you can create your own greeting cards and share gratitude and gifts and a little touch of happiness with your friends, families, and customers, I would be happy to share. Does anyone have any questions or comments for me? All righty. Well, I didn't mention at the top of the hour, our theme for this month is out of the box marketing. And I think when I followed up with everybody last week via text message, we had intended to talk about artificial intelligence and how that might play a part in our marketing efforts. So first off, I guess I wanted to ask the question, has anybody utilized any type of artificial intelligence in their marketing program for their businesses thus far? And if so, which one and how? Nope.
I was gonna
No.
say, I know my marketing team does. And I know he lives on ChatGPT and Bard, the Google version of the Microsoft version of ChatGPT.
Yes.
As far as how he actually does it, I have no idea. All I know is I wake up in the morning and I see these really pretty stuff on my social media, and somebody goes, "Oh, I saw that," and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you know how to use it right, I think it's done some wonders. I will very gladly say I'm not somebody who knows how to use it, let alone use it right.
Okay. Okay. But you know trusted individuals who.
Very much so, yes.
Okay. Very good. Yes, Deanna.
I use a product or a company called Genius, and I'm super impressed with it. And if you wanted to use something that would help you, this program has something that's called a co-pilot, and their little name of their little genius is called Jetty. And you can just ask Jetty to create here's the thing that it does that is so amazing. Not kidding. The thing that it does is you put all of your information and your words and your vocabulary and your stuff in there. And once it learns who you are and the product that you create, the limits and of what you're allowed to say and not allowed to say about any product, et cetera. Then all you do with Jetty is you say, I'm just going to flip over there. It says, create a social media post about goals, generate an inspiring image, give me advice on how to build my brand, help me close a sale. It also has post ideas. Build your brand, post your product, talk to people, business and marketing tools. And then it says trending videos. It's a whole suite that is customized to you. So it isn't ChatGPT where you're going to just put the information in and it's going to sort of maintain, but it's kind of an open source to everybody. Genius is not open to everybody. It's a lot more private. So that's what I have been using here and there.
Okay. You mentioned Copilot, and I know that Copilot is the Microsoft version of the chat GPT. So I don't know if they've taken Copilot and then further customized it in your Genius app, or
I think the Genius app just calls it a Copilot, and that's their term for what it is Jetty does.
okay.
This one is called Jetty. And like I said, it's privatized because they're creating it to have all kinds of new features that it can actually do. It can even automate some of it. You can just pick the post that you want to go on, hit send, and it'll post it to all of your social media things. Now, I don't know how to do that yet, but it has the capacity to do it for you. And I've never been more impressed with something. I actually was able to type in, this is how good the Copilot is. If you tell it what you need, I was actually able to type in all the details about my mom for her, the thing that they put.
The funeral program, or?
Yeah, but also what they put in the paper.
The obituary.
Obituary, right. And it was able to take what I wrote and make it into something that has good grammar. And I didn't have to think about it. And I didn't have to like go into detail and sit there and cry and then write some more and then cry and write some more and then try to figure it out. I put in all the details, all the specifics, the things that she liked the most, the things that she was most interested in and loved the most, and ask it to help me write it. And it wrote something that was so beautiful. And my sister just tweaked it just a little bit, adding a couple more details into it. And that's what I like about Copilot, is that it can do things that are personal, not just the things that are, it can help you put your vocabulary, your voice into something, and it does it quite quickly. So you don't have to fret so long on what to say in your letter, and it makes it so you can change it as well.
Exactly.
You can go back and ask it, okay, I need it to be warmer, or I need it to be a little more factual, and it will do that.
Cool. I have used the free version of the Microsoft Copilot. I've used Chat GPT as well. When I've had something that, I've wrote a piece of, or I have an idea and have asked for, that feedback. And it, like you, I've had the same experience, that it has produced something that is very clear, succinct, sounds awesome, but still sounds like my voice, still sounds like what Dawn would say type of deal. And I found that very useful. With having more than one business and trying to find content and think of things to post and say can get challenging at times. So those resources have been useful to me in that respect. But I guess I'm also concerned because I don't know what I should be careful of in using an AI either. So it's still something for me to, I think, investigate further. I would never want anybody to be able to access, that essence of Dawn, how she speaks or writes or whatever, and take that and use it for for evil, for something nefarious, for creating something more than I ever intended. So that's a part of this conversation. I wanted to engage and see what others had done, and you know, what are your concerns, or what do you know about AI that helps
Couple of
quell?
things I would caution you on is, one, if you are using it to give you ideas of what you want to write, verify that you're not using somebody else's quotes. Because
Plagiarism.
AI is notorious for doing that. If it's giving you facts, again, independently validated. So those things, like, while it is good at making it sound like you, just make sure that it is accurate and is actually your voice and your information, and it's not randomly getting it out from the ether, because that's happened too many times. And the last thing you need is to get a cease and desist.
Okay. Do you know of that happening with any particular AI resource that, you know?
Just about all of them. Because unfortunately, the thing with AI right now is it is only as good as the information the humans are able to feed it.
Yep.
Right? So depending on what is getting fed into it is how fast you will get that responses back. So regardless of which AI you're using, you are going to have those holes and, unfortunately, miscommunications in there. I don't know at what point that's going to go away. I don't know that it's going to go away, but that's like I said, like, that's one of the reasons why I made the conscious decision never to use AI, because once you use AI, it's like the answers for my clients are only good as the questions they know to ask, right? In my line of business, you need to be able to get into their business to understand what they need. But for your purposes, like when you're doing that kind of writing and you want it, like, I've thought about it, I've done it a couple of times, but then I'm spending more time revising and reviewing what I have written. I'm like, forget it. It's easier for me to just sit and write. So yeah, I'm paranoid about it because unfortunately it's happened too many times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think getting away from using it as a business tool as part of my business to using it for marketing, I guess that's really where I intended to go with our discussion, is using it for those creative ideas to share information about what we do. That is a catchphrase or a creative idea to garner attention while we are in the social media realm. And I really wish that Nicole was here on our call tonight to kind of contribute to what she knows and sees about AI. And
I was just gonna say.
I think the one thing that I like about the Genius AI that we have with Jetty is that it's private. And because there is a monthly fee to it, it's not available to everyone for it to be an open, for somebody to go look up the personality of Deanna and then try to mimic that. It's not open because you'd have to pay to be able to access the information.
okay.
So I think that feels more secure to me, because you'd have to find a way to, decide who I am and then also figure out how to get into my AI account because it's private.
Okay. Does your resource not only help you with the creating the content or the information, but also send it out? So is it connected to your contacts,
It's not connected to all my contacts, but it will be, and like I said, I haven't done it yet. It will be connected to like Facebook and Instagram, where it can make the posts for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's behind a paywall, so I feel like that helps to keep it more private.
Understood. Does anybody else have any concerns or hopes for, I guess, as we're planning for 2025, thinking of plans to integrate some type of an AI solution into their marketing plans?
There's a way, I don't know if you guys have tried it, but there's a way to get into Chat GPT. And of course, you have to ask specific questions. But I know I can do this, I just got to take the time to do it. You can actually find out your perfect, it will tell you your perfect client.
Ah,
You can ask it all different kinds of specific questions like, who is looking for a home in this space? Who is looking for a home with this? Who is looking for a home with this? And it will find, it won't find the person, but it will find the client.
yeah,
As a general client, this is who you need to target. It will actually tell you that.
that
So-
sounds pretty interesting. And I know that, you know, they tell us rather than generalizing our businesses and just being offering our services to all, that it's good to hone into a particular, who is your target client?
A niche. You need
Yes.
a niche. You need to target a niche, because then you can focus on that one thing instead of the whole gamut, just of one thing. So if I want to target a certain age group,
Mhm.
then I'll ask it certain questions, and that's the person type I need to target for what I'm looking for. It'll tell you.
Now that's pretty interesting. That's I guess an offering an option through AI that I haven't taken advantage of myself. I haven't tried to do that. And generally in each of my businesses, depending on what I'm doing, you know, I sit down and do that brainstorming session myself, mentally, whittling down to who is my target client for this particular trip or
Right.
or this particular offering. So that sounds pretty good. That's something that I might look into. Do
Just
you
play with it and Chat GPT and just ask specific questions. I'm looking for a client that loves cruises. Go to this, likes to be gone here, loves to travel, and ask it questions, and it will come up with your
How
perfect
helpful
client.
has that been for you? Because I know that you do real estate work in
It's been
both
somewhat
Indiana and
helpful. I
Florida.
haven't done it for a while.
Mhm.
It will give me who I'm looking for. They're just kind of all over the place. I have not done it enough to be able to tell you how successful it could be, but that's my understanding is people can go in there and do it, and it will tell you who your target client should be. That's what you want. This is what you're looking for. These are your target clients.
Gotcha. And
So
Deanna, you're muted and may have gone away. I was just wondering if your AI resource, have you utilized it for something of that nature to drill down to a target for, say, any of your lines that you're looking at for ASEA or for the air freshener or anything like that?
I had never thought about who our perfect target market or clients are to ask that specifically. But what I have asked it is specifically about how to market for our business. And it gave us a lot of specific ideas on how we can do that and do that better. And I was impressed with how many there were.
Oh, wow. Good. How about you, CB? Are you listening to the discussion about the AI and think of any ways that you might be able to utilize artificial intelligence for marketing your businesses?
I'll go this way with it. AI is not up to speed yet with photography. I get about the best way to say is it kind of turns you into a 12-year-old because it works at removing all the lines and all the bad stuff, and it leaves you not looking like you. So I don't have a need, want, or desire to really touch AI for my work.
Okay.
So if that makes any sense, it's the details on a picture are not good enough yet with AI, or AI just has a desire to, like I say, make everyone look like they're under 18, and that's not really what you're shooting for. So
Okay. If not in, I guess correcting pictures or changing, that visual appeal, have you thought about utilizing it in any way for the slogans or campaigns that might help communicate your businesses to others? No? Okay.
no, word of mouth is usually one of the best ways for photographer to get business. And I have a ton of podcasts out there that talk about all sorts of different marketing ideas and things like that are kind of the tried and true out there. So yeah, kind of going that way.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if you all could do me a favor, Carol and Deanna and Pavithri, whoever your resource is, who does your AI marketing, if you could send me that information, I'll combine it and share it with the Collaborating Connections group, for anybody who might be interested in taking a further look into AI and how it may be able to assist their marketing efforts, add a new twist or something out of the box. So if you all could send that to me via email, I'd much appreciate it. Okay. So we will continue with our discussion of out-of-the-box marketing in this month. As I mentioned at the top of the call, we won't be having a Collaborating Connections meeting that very first weekend in November, which is Election Day Tuesday, but we will be gathering again the following week. I hope that everybody has had a chance to get out there and enjoy this resurgence of warm weather in Indiana.
We're meeting next week, right? It's the following week, the election.
Yeah,
okay.
that is correct. It's 2 weeks. So next week we will be meeting. But that's all I've got for this week. Does anybody have any comments, questions, anything for the cause before we wrap up tonight? All righty. Well, as always, go forward, have a wonderfully productive rest of the week. Enjoy yourselves, and I hope to see you again next Tuesday night. Take care and stay blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.